Well, good morning, everybody. I want to turn this around and talk to you guys. Just wanted to let you guys see our smiling faces this morning. So, tell me about this cool little campground and where are we?
We are, well, the address is actually Denellen, Florida.
Okay.
So we are way out west on 200.
Just south of Ocala.
And it's pretty trafficy noise out here. I was surprised about that.
Yeah, we're wearing microphones for this video, which we don't normally do, but the traffic noise is pretty heavy, so we wanted to try the microphones anyway to see how they work with the little bit of wind we're having and the background noise.
I like this campground though. It's super cool. It's got 15 spots. It's kind of a little hidden gem.
Yep.
It connects to a lot of trails. And the big draw of this is for people that have horses. There's places to keep your horses and also ride your horses on the trails.
Yeah, so there's pedestrian trails, bike trails, even e-bike trails, class 1, excuse me, which is up to 20 miles an hour, in case you didn't know. And there's an equestrian area here as well. Bring your own horses, but even in the campground over on this side, they have a tacking area where you can run hoses over your horses to cool them off. I don't think they'll need that today though.
It's a little chilly this morning, but it's starting to warm up. The spots here are really big. I think most of them all are pull-throughs, if not all of them.
Yeah.
I think they all might be, but it's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's $22 a night, plus a $7 utility fee a night, plus a $6.70 reservation fee.
Yeah, so I don't like all the fees that they tack on. I think it should be one price, totally inclusive. But it is what it is. So it comes up to $29 plus your booking fee of $7 is spread over the number of nights that you booked.
Which is super cheap.
It is still cheap, yeah.
There's a dump station, so you don't have sewer at your spots, but
Yeah.
You shouldn't need it. And if you do need to dump, you just button up and go around the corner and do that. You can only stay here for 14 days.
Yeah, 14-day maximum stay. And we're here for about 6, I think.
Yeah.
4 days, and then we have to move spots, which is okay. That's just the way it worked out.
Correct. There's a bathhouse here that has humongous showers.
Yep.
Really nice looking showers.
Yep. This is like the host camper right here. That's why you see all that built up around that. The shower house is right there. And I'm going to pan around and let you kind of see how everybody is nicely spaced out. You got some trees intermittently, no dangerous trees. The trees are much shorter, kind of shrubby. But we got a nice spot here. I'll back out and let you see kind of where we are. And Therese there standing under a nice tree. It's about 78 degrees today, but real quickly this week it's supposed to get up into the 80s. So by the time it gets close to 90, it's time to leave. They got a couple of pavilions in here and they got fire pits. It's really nice, and it's a nice access area to be able to visit areas of Ocala, Denellen, and the surrounding area. Even Crystal River isn't very far from here either.
Yeah, and that's why there's a lot of traffic also on this road 200 going out. It takes you into Hernando and Inverness, so, you know, but it's
much
still
more populated areas. Yeah.
It's still a super nice park.
But what the big attraction of this park and why it's kind of hard to get in here is the trail systems. They all connect to the intra-Florida trail systems, which go through Santos, if you're familiar with this area. They connect to paved trails.
It's pretty awesome. You can even get into the Greenway with a little jog. And some of you might know there's even a lot of trails going through Chiefland and up through into Cross City and whatnot. And there's the Santa Fe Trail. So all these different trails kind of connect and go in different directions.
They do. You can
Pretty
get
cool.
lost. We were on the e-bikes on trails yesterday and we were We rode over 12 miles.
Yeah. Thank goodness for e-bikes and maps, because we did get lost a few times. We saw some huge turkeys. You'll see a lot of wildlife. Sometimes you could even see a bear.
Yep.
We did not see any bears, so that is good.
There have been bear sightings on the trails in the last few weeks, the hosts told us. None in the campground.
No, they haven't had any bears in the campground for 3.5 years.
Okay, well that's good. let's not reset that number.
They do lock a gate at night too, so you are kind of gated in.
I want to show this cool trailer real quick. He's over at the dump station, or he's getting ready to pass through there. Look how pretty that trailer is. It's like an aqua blue R-Pod. But look how pretty. It matches the car, all the same color. And it has an outdoor kitchen on the back.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, that's neat. And they were parked right here. They just left. They were right here. But yeah, pretty neat. Anyway, I like the campground. The weather has been phenomenal. Like, we've barely gotten any rain. If it did, it was just a sprinkle. Now
I tell you all the time, don't talk about
don't
rain
talk about
until
rain.
we're gone.
That's right.
I think I told you that on the cruise. And evidently the last day when we got off was a rainy day, right?
It
Not
tried
while
to.
we were on the boat.
Right. It tried to, yeah, a little bit. But it wasn't terrible. So, beautiful day. And where are we off to this morning?
Meadowbrook Church.
We're off to Teresa's favorite church, a very church I like as well, here in Ocala, and we're close by. It's like 12 miles, so we're going to go in person instead of online this time.
Yeah.
You about ready to go?
I am.
Let's go. Well, good morning there, lovely lady. What do we got going on this morning?
We are taking a bike ride
Oh, where are we going?
to Santos, which is about 16 miles from here, roughly.
Yeah, and most of it's paved trail, some of it's not. It starts out like on a horse trail. But we got our handy dandy e-bikes, and we've reset our odometer, and we're ready to go. We got our nutritional drinks and some snack bars and a sweat towel, and what else we got? We got
Sunglasses, hats.
sunglasses. I'm foregoing the hat, it gets hot. Let's see, we got bicycle repair, we have a foot pump, we have tire patches, and we have a little toolkit. Let's hope we don't need those.
And I got some Slim Jims.
Oh, and some Slim Jims. You can't go on a bike hike without Slim Jims.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
That's it. Let's get going. Okay, we are leaving the campsite, heading out. So I'm going to be riding with one hand while holding the phone. But my intention here is not to record the whole trip, but to record pieces of it. And the beginning of it is actually the most interesting, because it's the dirt trail. And then pieces of it, and then what I'll do is probably just speed it up and put it to music. So there won't be a whole lot of talking going on. Might do some voice overlay. So we're going to start out at regular speed. And then just go with it. You guys enjoy the bike ride with us. Thanks for joining us, and hope you have a great day. Are we ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. Woo! Okay, so the off-road portion of this bike trail is about 1.3 miles, and we're at about 1.2. So the hardball is right over here. But before that, I just wanted to stop as Therese gets her drinks. There's a lot of signage right here. We came up this path, so this is the path back to Ross Prairie, but there's cross paths too. And some of them are annotated with foot traffic is welcome, and other ones are horse trails. And right here seems to be more signage than what you get on most of the trails. So I just kind of wanted to show this. As you can see right there, we came from the 1.3. We're just heading the opposite direction of this arrow at the moment. And you can see the other trailheads there. We will be going to this 49th Avenue trailhead and beyond, actually. That's like the second bridge. And there will be several bridges on this trail, and we'll stop and get those. There's one that crosses over I-75 that has palm trees on it. So we're going to stop and get a video of that. But we're almost at the trailhead. Alright, so here's the hardball. Whoops, somebody's coming. Get out of the way. So this is the interstate of trailheads right here. Would you say this is the interstate?
Well, yeah, they call that the Bermuda Triangle right there.
Oh.
We made it.
We did. We made it through the Bermuda Triangle. Whoo! They got different levels here. The green circles you'll see, it's kind of like a ski slope. It's the easiest trails. There's a blue square that indicates more challenging trails, and then there's single diamond and double diamond, which I have not seen here, but I saw them on the signs.
I wouldn't do that.
We're not doing any of those.
No, we did get on one of the blue ones for
Yeah.
a little bit the first day, and it was interesting.
And each level goes down. It goes from a 36-inch wide trail with less than 5-degree slope. And then if you go up to Blue Square, it goes down to a 24-inch trail width and up to a 10-degree slope. And so it gets increasingly challenging in width and in steepness. And you can get all the way up to a 20% grade. And I didn't know they had those in Florida, but they do. And then the trail gets down to all the way down to a 6-inch width on the double diamond. So in the interest of our bodies not being broken and these bikes not getting broken, we're going to stay on the green circled 36-inch wide, less than 5% slope trails. So you ready to hit this highway? This is like the Autobahn of bike trails. Some people are going very fast.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Riding on the trail, and look what we came across here. Let's see how close I can get to it. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Starting to get warm here in Central Florida, so they're starting to come out, and they come out on the road because it's hotter, trying to warm up their bodies. We made it to another rest stop. Woohoo!
Stay hydrated.
So we're about halfway. We're almost 8 miles in. This is what they call the 49th Street. Isn't this called the 49th Street Trailhead or something like that?
49th Ave.
49th Ave. Another tunnel. And sometimes they have these little boards. And they kind of tell you where you are and where you're going.
There's also
We're trying to get all the way up here.
There's also little mile markers all along the path. I want to say every quarter of a mile
Oh wow.
to mark where you're at in case of emergency. So
Okay.
that's nice, spray painted on the asphalt.
Yeah, that's neat. And so I guess we party on, Garth. We are now about 10 and a half miles in to our 16 or 17 mile journey to Santos. This is one of the cool stops. You might be able to even actually hear I-75. You can see some of the traffic through the trees there. We're going to walk over there because this bridge is really cool. And you were talking about this bridge the other day when we were out here, and you said you had always wanted to go over the bike portion of that bridge. You'd always been the one stuck in traffic.
Yes, looking up at that, like, why am I not up there?
Right.
Note to everybody, do not work too much. You're missing out on a lot of stuff. We were not designed to work all the time. You got to enjoy life too.
Right.
Don't wait till you're too old to do it.
That's right. So let's check this out. They got some cool little landmarks here, and you got to watch out for bike traffic. This is talking about the canal that they started to build through Florida, and then it got stopped. They decided not to do it, and I forget who it was. It might have been this lady here. I was reading on this, and I don't know all the names off the top of my head, but I think this lady was the one who petitioned to stop it because it would damage the ecosystems of Florida.
Marjorie Harris Carter.
There you go. And so you can look her up. And pretty interesting
A lot
read.
of stuff was named after her.
Right. And that's why there's a lot of hills in this area. When I was talking about 5% grade, 10% grades, it's because they stopped. And these are a lot of berms that were left behind. But this is where the canal was supposed to go. And they started building it, but I think it only goes about this far. Right outside of Crystal River, it stops. And I don't even know if they started the other side, but project ended. And pretty cool read there, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
See if we can cross the road here without getting hit by a bicyclist. Some of them are moving pretty fast. I guess this was supposed to be a water fountain. Right now it's dried up. You got trails everywhere. Over there you got a trail. A lot of cross trails. Here you got some more information, a little information board. Very similar to the last one.
Did you also notice behind there's this pickup and a bucket for the horses?
Oh, no, I didn't see
or
that.
Dogs, so that you could give them some water.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, so you can feed your animals. Because these are also horse trails.
Tie them up right here.
Yep.
Take a rest. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. So So here's that really neat bridge we were just talking about. It's all built up with these stone walls, the bike path, and you got plants on both sides. And you wanted to do a shout out.
Oh, I wanted to say thank you again to Debbie and Eddie for this bike seat.
Yeah.
What
Saving
a
our
saver.
butts.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine doing this trail on our old seats. So just want to say thank you guys, and I still think of you often. Hope you're doing good.
Yep. And these bike seats, show them how they tilt up. I had to do some modifications on them because they have to be able to pop up. So you can see I did a little mod right there and had to cut the bar for this release thing. But they work.
So my buttocks are on cloud 9.
Yeah, she's got the better of the two seats. This is still an improved seat. And it works too the same way. And I had to cut the middle piece out because they have to pop up to get the batteries out. They work great.
If I would have been thinking, I would have brought those shorts. I actually have a pair of shorts from when I used to ride all the time that have some built-in cushions.
Oh.
Next time, bringing those too.
Yeah.
Never have enough cushion.
That's right. Let's check out this Interstate 75. It's alive and well.
Oh look, we got a traffic jam.
Wow. That's heading south. And we'll look at the other side heading north. Oh, there's a little more traffic on this side. Kind of cool. Ready to hit the trail?
I am.
Alright, enough of that water break you got there. It's time to get busy.
You gotta stay hydrated.
Just noticed this. You got to keep your eyes peeled. You can find some hidden.
There's a little Jesus everywhere.
Everywhere. They're gonna cross. And then over here, off the beaten path, there's another little Jesus. And on the other side, there's another one. He looks trapped. Oh, and another cross over here. Very cool. All along the trail, they got these cool little stops, like stop and read a plaque, stop and look at this is a cow pen turned picnic and grilling. Pretty cool.
Well, we made it. We're at Santos and there's bathrooms.
Yep, regular bathrooms.
This was my favorite spot when I delivered mail. This was on my route, so I would always stop in here to use the restroom, splash water on my face. So walking in was like a little PTSD, like, oh, I gotta deliver some mail. But this was the refresher spot, and having this on a route is golden. But we made it. The campground is over there.
Yeah, it's behind the trees.
That's
here.
the other cool thing. I tried to get into that campground, but it was full. So we're at the other end of the trail at that campground, and we even saw another campground in between.
We did.
That looked pretty cool.
Yeah. So here's the trail coming in, and there was a group of bikers heading out. They were talking about how far it went, and I just shared with them that we came from Ross Prairie to Santos. So they're in Santos going towards Ross Prairie. I don't know where they're going. We are 19 miles out from our campsite.
Yep, and there's also, where there used to be, I don't know if it still is, a bike shop across the street.
Yeah, I'd like to
Sure if
visit
that's
the
still
bike
there or
shop.
not.
We like some of those supine bikes, but I think they get pricey.
And there's another bike shop that you can hit off the trail that's actually off 441. That was on my route too, so I know where all those are.
Uh-oh, I got my own built-in navigator here. Well, we're going to take in some lunch here. We packed lunch, brought it with us. It's a beautiful place. So if you're ever in the Ocala area and you like biking or hiking or walking even, this is a great place.
Riding your horse here, like this is amazing. Like I can't believe this was in my backyard and I was working too much to enjoy it to the fullest.
Yeah. So there's a lesson learned there.
Yeah.
You got to mix work and play.
That's right.
So as you can see, this is quite a popular destination for outdoor bicyclist enthusiasts. And hiking trails, we are at the Santos trailhead. We are almost 20 miles in. It was like 19 miles back to the campground. So it's hiking, dog walking, anything outdoorsy. And look at all the trail systems just at a glance.
Here's the vortex. That's the most challenging of the systems. I used to always hear people talking about it. I don't know that the vortex is for me personally, but they'll have a lot of these wooden structures all throughout the vortex.
Oh, that's neat. Now, look here, they do allow class 1 e-bikes, and here it shows you the different classes. It's basically based on speed. Now, our bikes will go 30 miles an hour, but we're not running them at 30. We're running them in second. Pedal assist, second gear, which puts us at about 14 miles an hour. So that's what we're doing. But they're capable of exceeding this speed, but we are only running them less than 20. Yep, trying to conserve battery power because we do have to go 19 miles back, and we have a couple stops we want to make.
It says if you're lucky, you might catch one of the expert riders showing off their skills in the vortex.
Oh, that's cool. I did finally locate a black diamond trail right here. Now this is just a short little trail. You can see it's got almost some trick stunts. You got rocks you jump and paths that are really narrow, and over there you got a bank board you curve around. And I was going to try it with the e-bike, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to break anything. But pretty neat. So we spotted this deer, and one side of his antler is dangling, like it's trying to fall off. He shakes his head and it falls off.
He doesn't like the camera though, because he stood here forever while the camera was off.
I missed him.
Hey, buddy. Hey. I wonder if that's the same one we saw the other day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he keeps that thing is fine.
Ooh, so what'd you think of that? You know how far we rode today?
How far?
41.1 miles.
Oh my goodness.
We'll just round it off to 41.
My butt feels like it.
Yeah, butt's a little sore on the way back. And started using
Gotta refluff my butt.
third gear and standing up quite a bit and using the power throttle only. And that saves your butt, and it's fun because you're going about 20 miles an hour.
That was so much fun
But
to do.
it uses a lot of battery. Now the sun wants to come back out.
So, what'd you see on the trail? Anything cool?
We saw a deer that was trying to shake their antler off. One side was broke.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I was talking to the deer. Brett hadn't seen it, but I did, so I stopped. And I was talking to the deer, and he was just like hanging out there, and 2 other people stopped to see if I was okay. And then I went and caught up with Brett and brought him back to where the deer was. The deer was still there hanging out. So that was fun. And Brett saw a cat.
Oh yeah, saw a cat.
I saw a bunch of big turkeys.
I yelled panther. It's a cat.
But that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely a full day. I'm just impressed with the trail system, how big it is, how vast it is, and we only touched a very small part of it.
Right, and I'm thankful to all the volunteers who work on that to keep it clean. They do an excellent job, so you got to give a shout out to them.
Yeah.
We appreciate all the work that they do.
Yeah, on the way out to Santos Trail, right around the 10 to 12 mile marker, there's a horse park.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having an RV show there, their annual RV show, Ocala RV show, Thursday. That's 2 days from today. So we're going to go check it out, and we could take the bike trail to get there and avoid all the traffic.
We're going to e-bike there, and we're also going to explore a few other side trails that we didn't do today because we were at a loss for time and battery.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, can't wait to hit those trails again Thursday. That'll be great.
And you know what the best part about today was? No bear saw us.
No bear saw us.